Hi, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Bredt, and
Caralee.
thank you for joining us. Today we have Amaree. Amaree, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So you purchased your first home last year with Caralee. Tell us about that process.
It was really exciting. It's my first home. My husband and I purchased, and we had no idea what to expect. So we just kind of decided one day, like, all right, it's time. We need to do this to build towards our future. And so I contacted Caralee, and we just came in all wide-eyed and scared and said, I think we're ready. What do we do? And she just really held our hand, explained it to us, told us what we needed to do and get together and prepared. And then we just jumped into it. We looked at a lot of houses. Gosh, we should actually count that sometime. We hung out a lot.
Maybe it was like 25 houses.
It seemed like every weekend we were just like, all right, let's meet up. Let's do this. One thing that I thought was really helpful before we started was Caralee had us come in and we sat together and we made a list of things that we had to have, like no matter what, we need this, and things that we would like to have, but we're flexible on, and then things that we just didn't want, things that weren't going to work for us. And as we were going through and physically looking at these homes, you kind of start to realize the things that sometimes you had on your I have to have this list move to your flexible list. And it's just an interesting process, like once you're in spaces. And you always go to like friends and family's homes, and I don't know, you don't really think about it the same way. And then you're walking through and you're like, okay, actually, maybe I didn't need that. But now that I've seen this other thing, that really works for us. And now we're moving that to the I have to have it list. And then when you walk into the right one and it clicks, you just kind of know it. And you're like, all right, let's do everything we can in our power to try to get this house.
And when we were shopping last year, we were competing with many other buyers.
Yeah, we had to move fast. There were a couple of houses that literally went under contract while we were standing in them, viewing them.
Oh, so frustrating.
Yeah, it was always like, oh. But obviously they weren't the ones because we found the one.
Yeah.
But it was fast. It was fast moving.
So the one we ended up finding, it's just this perfect home for you, but it only has one bathroom. So that leads me back to the list you were just talking about.
On the list originally, we were hard, like no and ifs or buts, 2 bathrooms. And then we walked into this house and we're like, well, maybe we could build another bathroom.
And so that brings me to the next question. What home improvements are you considering?
So we've already done a lot. It's our first home, so obviously fixer-upper, not everybody is able to just move into the picture-perfect house their first time. Sometimes you have to see past some interesting paint colors and linoleum and all sorts of lovely things. But it shouldn't discourage you, because that gives you the opportunity to take those things out or change things and really make it what you want it to be. So many gallons of primer and paint later. We painted maybe 80% of the house. And then, we did new floors, bathroom and kitchen. My husband's at home right now building a workbench in the garage.
Yeah.
And we still have many plans to come. As we're moving into summer, our next plans are focusing more outside. So we are planning on building a back deck. We need a new fence. Our fence is in bad shape. Working on landscaping. Do we want to grow vegetables? Just stuff like that. And so for us, what's been working well is we've been kind of breaking our remodel into pieces, because I think tackling a whole house at once is a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I also did not want to live in a construction zone.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like with the list with home buying, I was like, all right, these are the things we have to fix before we move in, because I can't live like that. So before we moved in, we just ripped the Band-Aid off and did a bunch of stuff. And then I'm like, okay, these are some things that I still need, but they can happen different days, different times, different months. We were at the end of summer. We bought mid-September. So I knew we were heading into winter. So I'm like, I'm just ignoring the outside. I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist.
That was good. Good job.
And then now that summer is rolling back around, we're like, all right, so let's, get some blueprints and, do we need to pull permits? We're getting new appliances for the kitchen. So like one thing that we're working on right now is we need to get a permit to run our gas line to our new gas stove. But just like, instead of trying to do the whole house all at once, I was like, let's just do piece by piece. And that way we can feel good about what we've accomplished without feeling like we still have so much more to accomplish. So I'm like, that's a different chunk. We're doing that later.
And it takes a lot of wherewithal to hold yourself back and to really, you had to look at the season where you moved in. Okay, as much as I want to do yard work, I'm not going to. It's just not the right time.
I'm like, don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Well, it sounds like you're really locking in that immediate appreciation in your house while at the same time making it a really lovely environment for you and your husband.
Thank you.
That's great. So most folks these days live in their house for 9 to 12 years. What are your plans for your house?
We definitely plan to stay in this home for a while. How long that is, I really couldn't tell you. We didn't necessarily plan that out. I mean, we could stay there indefinitely. We bought in a great neighborhood. It's close to both of our works. My family is all in the area. So, I mean, once we finish with these projects and really personalize it, customize it to us, I could see us staying there indefinitely. But who knows? Maybe, one of our jobs changes or something like that, and we decide we want to buy bigger or different neighborhood. I could also see us moving potentially. And then, we've had conversations on whether or not, if that were to happen, do we, sell our home and cash in on the equity that we've been building in it, or do we keep it as an investment property and, use that for future income? So I don't have a definite answer on that one, but I think we do plan to stay there for quite a while. We're very happy with it.
The options are plenty.
There are plenty. And that's great for me to hear, too, as your realtor, that you're happy where you are.
Yes, thank you. Very happy.
We want.
There were a couple of houses I was like, nope, can't live here.
One house we even tried, but our inspector looked at it and he does not kibosh houses very often.
Yeah, always get your home inspected. I could not imagine not. It lets you know really what you're dealing with and what problems are hiding in the house.
And what you can get the sellers to fix, and then what you have to decide are on your honey-do lists.
Yes, yeah, what you're willing to tackle and how much you're willing to spend on tackling that. It's very important to know.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us today. I just, on a personal note, I wanted to let everybody know that Amaree is actually also my hairstylist. And, it's like not often that I wear a cute ponytail, and it's been a really wonderful journey with you, getting to know you as a hairstylist and working together. And anyone needs a hairstylist, Amaree Salon Muse.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us and running me. Congrats. Your first house. We're so proud of you.
Very exciting.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Hope you learned a lot.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.